topic is human rights. The countries we focused on were North Korea, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, Iraq, Syria, Italy, Uganda, and India. We believe the biggest issues in these countries are law, transportation, education, abortion, and marriage.
Law enforcement. Get more women in law enforcement and more government-run agencies to protect women by law in order to give women a path out of domestic violence. Fact 1. Iraqi women have been detained, sometimes for years, and tortured by authorities for information about male relatives and alleged terrorists. Fact 2. Saudi women are forbidden to access government agencies that only have male representatives. This is difficult because most agencies forbid women from working there, and in some cases, the women need the government to protect them from their male guardians. Fact 3, which is a quote, "Rest assured that the issue is being discussed and expect a good outcome," Prince Mohammed bin Naf said, according to the Hasi al-Yuraf, who met with him along with fellow activist Hal al-Dazari.
Public transportation. Increase the number of women-only public transportation in order to lower the number of sexual assaults and male guardians. Fact 1. To avoid late-night travel for female employees, employers are taking women off the late-night shifts, or at the very least, making the shifts end earlier. Fact 2. Without consent from their male guardians, women are banned from certain actions such as traveling, conducting business, and medical procedures.
Education. Advocating for educating at a younger age about women's rights in the country that are different than Sharia law. Fact 1. Leah Hazard, an employee at the Mercy Corps, sees firsthand the effect that going to school has on women. Many could not read or write before Mercy Corps set up schools for them. Now that they can write, they are able to do things like sign their names on their paychecks. They also are able to know if shopkeepers are giving them the correct amount of change after learning basic math skills. Many of the women are eager to learn more and are ecstatic about what they have learned already. Fact 2. Many new laws have been implemented in Saudi Arabia, giving women more equal rights with men. But the lack of education leaves these women not aware of their rights and has them still following family rules that are based in Sharia law.
Is rather bad, as in very bad. Because in our country, we don't have security, we don't get to ask questions before we jump into conclusion like the one that happened in Port Harcourt, Someone going to ask for his money and
Abortion. Promoting the value of life for unborn babies and the mothers who are pregnant by introducing into society the fact that forced abortions are not humane and that abortion should be a woman's choice and should not be mandated by their government or husbands. Fact 1. The primary ways the camps ensure miscarriages occur are by forcing the pregnant women to carry heavy loads up and down a mountain. Fact 2. Abortion is still illegal in Nigeria. Women make up the strongest opposition to it. Surprisingly, men seem to be much more willing to accept the ideas than most middle-class women. Fact 3. In 1978, Law 194 passed and declared that abortion was illegal in hospitals up to 90 days or 5 months for valid medical reason. Women denied rights in Italy. Fact 4. The loophole in Law 194 makes it possible for individual practice practitioners to refuse assisting abortions. Therefore, in certain regions of Italy, a woman could not find any assistance due to widespread practitioner refusal.
Marriage. Stronger integration prior to weddings in order to assure that the women who are entering the marriage are not forced into it by either the family or procurer. Fact 1. In Nigeria, around 43% of women are married under 18 years old. Fact 2. In an attempt to escape North Korea, people flee to China and then enter South Korea. Most women who try to escape this way are kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking. This is a quote from one of the women. "If I am a bride, at least I'll have food to eat." Italy is very much impacted by strong opposition to abortion, so they would very much benefit from solutions to their abortion problem. And India is very affected by violence on public transportation, so the women there need better access to more options for transportation and getting to and from their jobs and daily activities. And in Uganda, they would very much benefit from better education since the area is very rural and they need to learn how to take care of themselves.
In my countries, Nigeria would be mainly under the marriage. These women were beat by even relatives or random law enforcement, and they were treated with unfair harm. In Iraq and Syria, they were more abused by the law. They didn't have equal treatment when they were accused of something, and that really needs to be fixed.
The 5 issues that we believe we should fix affect both Saudi Arabia and North Korea. For law, having more women in law enforcement in Saudi Arabia will help women be able to report domestic abuse. Transportation will allow women in Saudi Arabia to drive without their legal guardian and give them greater freedoms. Education in Saudi Arabia will help women differentiate between the law of the country and the law of their families. Abortion laws will help North Korean women who are forced to get abortions when they're in concentration camps. The doctors can force this up to second and even the beginning of 3rd trimester. Marriage enforcement laws will also help North Korean women who flee North Korea trying to escape the concentration camps. In conclusion, we believe that if these countries focus on these adjustments, it would greatly improve the lives of their women and ensure that they are receiving all of the rights that they should be granted. Thank you. Emma, Anna, and Alice.